Hey guys, welcome back. It's a lovely day out. I just gotta say, the other day after I got done CDL training, I had a problem with my trailer. The brake stopped working on the way to taking it back to storage. It's sad, you can't even buy anything new and it have good quality. And shit, not even made in the USA, it'll have good quality. I got underneath it to look to see if I could see what the problem was, if I could fix it. I figured it was electrical. I tested my truck with a multimeter. My truck was 11.3 volts, so no problem with my truck. Now, as I crawled under that trailer, I looked from the front. Everything seemed to be okay. I go under the back axles, and then I see a brake wire, goes up between the trailer frame and between the board, and is pinched in between the two. So I'm like, well, that's more than likely the problem. I think probably it got too hot and it was gonna short out a fuse eventually, the more I kept pushing on it. So I could have fixed it, but I really don't have the time. And that trailer's brand new. It's got a warranty. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna call Big Tex, the dealership I bought it from, and see if they can get it in and out. So I called them. They're like, yeah, we can get it in on Friday. We'll do it. Since it's a brand new trailer for you, we'll get it done. We'll have it ready for Monday. So now it's Monday. I'm getting ready to go pick it up, see if they got it finished or not. But I encourage you, if you're gonna buy a new trailer, to crawl up under that thing and check all the wiring and make sure that doesn't happen to you. Because my father told me, he said, well, it's a good thing you didn't have a full load. I almost hit the back of a car when I was slowing down because I realized I didn't have trailer brakes, and I was empty. So, my truck only had to stop 8,000 pounds plus the truck. But then I was thinking, damn, if I had already got up and going hot-shotting, and I'm on the highway doing 65 and I'm fully loaded, total capacity 36,000 pounds, and then the trailer brakes didn't work and I had to stop like a traffic jam or something on the highway, you know how many people I would have killed? I'd probably be going to jail. I know Big Tex would have a lawsuit, that's for damn sure, because I would get them. And I just thought about it. I'm not really in the business of murdering people, and I really want to do this. I really want to get my trucker bod. But I was like, thank God I had to train for several weeks before I could get on the road. It's a one and done shot in this. You hit somebody and your insurance flies, and then I don't know if you'll be able to afford it anymore. Well, I just wanted to let you guys know this is the daily troubles that you're gonna go through. You're gonna have stupid shit happening. Even if you think like, I'm gonna buy everything new and there's gonna be no problems, you're wrong. You're definitely wrong. You'll have a problem. If you don't, you're very fortunate. But let's go get this trailer. So unfortunately, I picked up the trailer from Big Tex, and they said, hey, the brakes work. The tractor that was pulling it almost popped a wheelie because the brakes locked up so hard. And he said, you might want to check the fuses in your truck, or maybe something with your truck that's wrong with it. And I felt bad because I was like, dang, maybe it is my truck. Maybe I'm going to have to buy a new brake controller module. I had tested the voltage. The voltage is coming out the back. Both the top one for the gooseneck and the bottom one for like a regular ball and hitch trailer. So I had got the trailer back, and still the brakes were not locking. So I had brought it back to the storage. And I told my dad, I said, hey, I already know you pull a car hauler with yours. He's got a 20 Dodge Ram, same truck, same engine, same transmission. He just has a fifth wheel. So we pulled the fifth wheel back and we put the ball hitch on. And I said, hey, let's hook your truck up to it, because we know yours actually pulls an RV with like a toy hauler. It's like a 53 foot, so it's big, and we know his works. So we hooked his truck up, and it didn't work with his truck either. So now I'm in a debacle of something is going on with this trailer. And then I thought about it, well, how many volts does that tractor put out? If it's putting out 14 volts, then of course the brakes are going to lock on it, because that's way more voltage. My truck is only 11.3, so he's got quite a bit more volts going to the back. So now I just hooked up to the trailer again. I'm taking it back to Big Tex. I'm going to tell him, hey, the brakes still don't work. And I'm going to show them that it doesn't work in my truck. They don't believe me. And I'm going to get my dad to bring his truck over there too, just so I can say, hey, we'll use his truck and I'll show you that it'll do the same thing. It doesn't stop. So I guess I will update you guys on how that goes. Also, I've been trying for the last 2 days to get my CDL, and it is brutal. I mean, my learner's permit, even just going to the DMV is a fucking nightmare. There's only 2 people working and there's 100 people outside. I don't know if anybody else around the country is having this problem, but something really needs to be done. You literally will wait there all day and not get serviced, and then you just basically wasted a day. So I got a little secret for Thursday. I'll try to be there at 6. I'll be there 2 hours early, so that should be early enough. And I'm gonna be the first one in line, and I'm gonna make sure that I get in there and can take this test, because you got to wait 14 days before you can take a skills test once you get your permit. And unfortunately, my bills ain't waiting, and I didn't plan on being this long. I planned on, by the end of February, I was going to be running and I was going to start making money. And it looks like it's going to be the end of March, and my finances are, I really don't have that much more money, and I don't know if I can even keep going. You know, I wanted to self-make myself, but instead I might end up just self-breaking myself. But I will update you guys on how this goes, and I will see y'all later. Peace. Hey guys, so getting up early in the morning. I got DMV. I was first one there. If you want to get your shit done, if you want to get anything done, you got to get up early. I got up at 5, got there at like 6. I was like 2 hours early, and I just kind of sat out front with my dad. We just did our CDLs together. So I do have my learner's permit. Thank God that's over. You know, now I'm just looking forward to get the skills test and get this ball rolling. But about my trailer. So after that, we went and picked up my trailer. I went and got it. I took my dad home. He was going to get his truck. He was going to meet me at the Big Tex place. Well, I get there and I tell him, hey, fortunately, my brakes, they're just not stopping. And he's like, all right, let me come take a look. So we had my truck sitting there. He pulled the emergency brake switch, and I'm in drive, and I just let off the brake, and I'm still pulling that trailer. So he goes, well, what kind of brake controller you got? Maybe your brake controller's bad. And I'm like, it's brand new. It's not bad. It works. It works in the truck. And he's trying to blame the OEM factory brake controllers. Oh, they're pieces of crap. They don't work. You got to get an aftermarket one if you want any real gain and all this and that. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm not spending more money. I don't think so. So he lifted it up with a forklift and tested. Well, when it's off the ground, of course the wheels are going to stop. I mean, you don't really need that much brakes, but so they're diagnosing it, and you know, the people there are very nice. Just some of them don't really know what they're talking about. Don't listen to everyone there, okay? Not everyone knows what they're talking about. I don't know much, but I know more than they know, okay? And I don't really know anything. So anyways, after they got done trying to blame it on my brake control, I was like, well, my dad's got his truck right there. He was just pulling in at the time. He's got his truck right there, and he pulls a camper trailer, and we know it works. So if you want to hook his up. And he said, nah, he's got the same factory brake controller. And the trailer mechanic or whoever he was trying to tell me, yeah, these brakes, they only have 3 volts to each drum. And I'm thinking, they can't have 3 volts. Then they wouldn't work, okay? Because it's a 12-volt system. And just, I'm not an electrician, but I do know this. If you have a 12-volt line and you split it 4 ways, you don't divide the voltage by 4. Each line's going to have 3 volts off that line. They all have 12 volts, or should, at least close to that. So I'm thinking, okay, well, if the trailer's only got 3 volts, that's the reason why it's not stopping. But that just doesn't make any sense, as we know. So they were, I told them, I said, hey, get your company truck and try to pull that trailer and see if it works on your, because he had a third-party brake controller, not a factory one. So I said, get your truck on there and pull that thing. He goes, oh, we'll go get Old Faithful. We'll hook her up. Okay, no problem. So they got the truck. They put it on there. And he's like, look, it's stopping, see? And it wasn't really stopping. The trailer wasn't like coming to a stop. It was like a very, 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 very slow stop. Okay. And I'm like, it's empty. It should, you know, the trailer should stop. All right. But, and then another thing, he did have a Dodge, but his had a Hemi in it. He ain't got no Cummins. He ain't got no turbo monster. Okay. So his truck was struggling to pull that trailer. And that didn't prove to me anything. I just was like, well, his truck's weak, so of course it's gonna not be able to pull it. And then my dad was like, hey, go hook up to that brand new littler. It was a trailer about 30 feet long, not 40. He's like, go hook up to that trailer and see if it skids. And they kept telling me, these trailers don't skid. They never did. And none of our customers complain. They never come back saying they got brake problems. And I'm like, well, thinking maybe the customer doesn't ever come back because they're dead, or they got in an accident, they don't drive no more, and they sold everything. So, you know, I mean, you got problems all over the place here. We're trying to figure out, we're trying to pinpoint why this trailer isn't stopping. So anyways, hooks up to the little trailer, right? And this thing's got to be less weight, and I'm thinking that trailer is going to skid because there ain't nothing on it. It's much smaller. You know what? It does the same thing. It's a slow and almost surely stop. All right. It doesn't stop very good. I'm just thinking, oh shit, I just bought a trailer that's not ever going to stop. And he goes, they're all made this way. And now I'm thinking, oh man, this is a big Tex problem if all these trailers do this. And they, oh, well, you just got to drive it 250, 300 miles and then they're adjusting brakes and they adjust. And I'm like, regardless if they're self-adjusting or not, if I got plus 10 gain on that sucker and I squeeze that switch, them wheels should lock up. So they go, well, what do you want to do? I'm like, well, I really like the trailer. I really do. The big Tex trailer, it is a well-built trailer. No, I love everything but the brakes. And that's what I told them. And I said, well, y'all obviously got a big problem if all your trailers are going out like this. They shouldn't be. So I told him, you know what? I'm going to take the trailer back. I'm just going to do my own work on it. So I'm going to go do some research and developing. I'm going to go to the back of the trailer. I'm going to cut that brake wire because I want to see what the true voltage is in that thing. Because I know it sure as heck ain't 3 volts. There's just no way. That dude was making me laugh. And then I just told him, I said, listen, my dad's had like 3 or 4 trailers, flatbed, and a few RVs, and I ain't never met a trailer that doesn't skid. So I will be making this thing skid. I'm gonna make this thing skid. They say it don't skid, they're wrong. It's gonna skid. And to think that I'm not the only one that bought a brand new trailer. I know somebody else bought one with me like a couple days before me. So he got a 40-footer too. And I don't know if he's having the same problem. Like, why the hell? I'm just wondering, does Big Tex test their trailers going out of the factory? I mean, do they have a proving ground? Do they put a load on it and drive it? Does it even get inspected? I don't understand why no one's inspecting these trailers. Somebody should be inspecting them, and I don't know if the person inspecting them's drunk or high on drugs or sleeping, and he's supposed to be inspecting trailers and he's just writing them, sending them out. They all look good. They look good. You know, I mean, hell, I crawled under the trailer and saw that one of my brake wires was pinched. I thought that was the issue. Well, they fixed it and it's still not the issue. It's good that it's not pinched anymore, but the damn thing still doesn't stop. So I'm going to be having a video coming out. I'm going to update you guys on what these brakes are really doing and what I'm going to do to fix it, because I can't take the trailer back. You know, I'm really stuck with it at this point, and I don't even want to sell it to someone and then they go and load it up and then they run into somebody and then they call me, hey, what the hell did you do? What'd you sell me? And I'll be like, well, it's a brand new trailer and they said at Big Tex they're all this way. None of them stops. You know, I'll let y'all know though. Y'all stay tuned. Have a great day. Be safe out there. If you're thinking about buying a big Tex trailer, wait till I get done with this next video when I figure out what the hell is going on with it. And then you can decide, do you want to buy it? And you're probably going to have to do some work to it because all the trailers there, they do the same thing. So y'all stay tuned. I'll see you later. Have a great day.